Keep rising until criticism turns into silence. Think about that for a moment. Most people quit because they want approval before they have results. They want support before they have proof. They want applause before they have earned respect. And when they don't get it, they stop. Maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you're working on something important. A business, a dream, a goal nobody else understands. And instead of encouragement, all you're hearing is doubt. People questioning you. People laughing at your ideas. People telling you to be realistic. People reminding you of every mistake you've ever made. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Criticism is often the price of ambition. The moment you decide you want more from life than the average person, you become a target. Not because you're wrong, not because you're incapable, but because your determination makes comfortable people uncomfortable. The second you start moving forward, someone will tell you why it can't be done. The second you start improving yourself, someone will remind you of who you used to be. The second you start dreaming bigger, someone will tell you to lower your expectations. And if you allow their opinions to become your reality, you will spend the rest of your life living beneath your potential. Listen carefully. Nobody criticizes the person who never tries. Nobody laughs at the person who never takes a risk. Nobody talks about the person sitting quietly in the corner doing nothing. The people who get talked about are the people moving, the people creating, the people building, the people changing, the people refusing to stay average. So if people are talking about you, don't panic. If people doubt you, don't panic. If people underestimate you, don't panic. Keep working, keep building, keep improving, because criticism is not proof that you're failing. Sometimes criticism is proof that you're finally doing something that matters. The problem is that most people want immediate validation. They want everyone to believe in them from day one. But life doesn't work that way. Most success stories begin with disbelief. Most achievements begin with doubt. Most victories begin with people saying it can't be done. Before anyone celebrates your success, they test your commitment. Before anyone respects your discipline, they question your choices. Before anyone admires your results, they laugh at your efforts. That's the process, and you must learn to survive it. Because if every opinion shakes you, you'll never stay focused long enough to accomplish anything meaningful. You have to become stronger than the noise. You have to become stronger than the opinions. You have to become stronger than the temporary discomfort of being misunderstood. Because one day, something incredible happens. The same people who doubted you start watching quietly. The same people who laugh stop laughing. The same people who questioned you run out of questions. Not because you argued with them. Not because you convinced them. Not because you fought them, because your results became impossible to ignore. And that's why your energy should never be spent trying to win arguments. Your energy should be spent winning battles against your own excuses. Stop trying to prove yourself with words. Prove yourself with consistency. Prove yourself with discipline. Prove yourself with action. Prove yourself with results. Because results have a language that criticism can never speak over. Every hour you spend complaining is an hour you're not improving. Every day you spend seeking approval is a day you're not progressing. Every moment you spend worrying about what they think is a moment stolen from what you could become. The truth is simple. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to hand you confidence. Nobody is coming to guarantee your success. You have to earn it. You have to build it. You have to fight for it. And that fight starts with ignoring the noise and focusing on the work. The work is what changes everything. Not motivation, not wishes, not excuses. The work, the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices nobody sees, the discipline nobody applauds, the effort nobody celebrates. That's where greatness is built. And while others are busy talking, you need to be busy becoming. Because one day the voices around you will fade, but the person you become through the struggle will remain forever. You need to understand something deeper now. The world does not reward potential. It rewards persistence. It rewards consistency. It rewards people who keep showing up even when nobody claps for them. Because motivation will not always be there. Some days you will wake up and feel nothing. No energy, no inspiration, no excitement, just resistance. And on those days, your character is tested. Not when you feel strong, but when you feel like stopping. That is where most people fail. They confuse discomfort with defeat. They confuse slow progress with no progress. They confuse silence from others with failure. But silence is not failure. Silence is the middle stage. It is the stage where you're working but not yet recognized. It is the stage where you're growing but not yet noticed. It is the stage where you are building but not yet respected. And most people quit right here, right before everything starts to shift, because they cannot tolerate being invisible for too long. They want validation too early. They want results too fast. But real growth does not care about your timeline. Real growth takes time. And while you are in that silent phase, something important is happening. You're being shaped. Your habits are being formed. Your discipline is being tested. Your mindset is being strengthened. Every time you choose work over distraction, you are becoming harder to break. Every time you choose effort over comfort, you are becoming harder to stop. Every time you choose discipline over emotion, you are becoming harder to defeat. But nobody sees that part. They only see results. They only respect outcomes. They only acknowledge success after it becomes visible. So you must learn to respect your own process, even when nobody else does. Because if you rely on external validation, you will always be unstable. One day, people will support you. The next day, they will doubt you. One moment, they will praise you. The next moment, they will forget you. That is how the world works. But your focus cannot depend on the world. Your focus must depend on your goal. Because every great result you admire came from someone who stayed consistent when it made no sense. Someone who continued when there was no applause. Someone who worked when there was no guarantee. Someone who kept going when quitting looked easier. And that's where you are right now. In that exact phase, where the outcome is not visible yet, but the outcome is being built every single day. So stop waiting for encouragement. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop waiting for perfect conditions, because waiting is just another form of delay, and delay kills momentum. You don't need perfect motivation. You need discipline. You need structure. You need repetition. You need action even when you don't feel like it. That is what separates people who talk from people who transform. Talkers need inspiration. Doers create results. And results do not care how you feel. Results only respond to what you do. So today, decide something simple. You're not here to be comfortable. You are here to grow, and growth is uncomfortable. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are here to become someone you respect, and respect is earned through effort. Not opinions, not approval, not validation, effort. And if you're still being criticized right now, good. It means you're still in the game. It means you're still moving. It means you're still trying. Because the moment people stop talking about you, it is not always because you succeeded. Sometimes it is because you stopped moving entirely, and that is far worse. So let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them misunderstand. Because all of that noise is temporary. But what you're building can become permanent. If you refuse to quit, if you refuse to slow down, if you refuse to give in, keep going. There comes a point where you have to become emotionally untouchable. Not because you don't feel anything, but because you stop letting opinions control your direction. Most people are steering their life with other people's voices in their head. What will they think? What will they say? What if I fail and they laugh? That mindset will trap you forever because you're not living your life anymore. You're living a response to other people's judgments. And that is not life. That is permission-based existence. And permission is never freely given. You either take control of your path, or you spend your entire life waiting for approval that never arrives. Criticism becomes powerful only when you give it power. A stranger's opinion becomes heavy only when you carry it. A negative comment becomes painful only when you internalize it. But here's what you must learn. Most criticism has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the person giving it. Their fears, their failures, their limitations. People who are stuck will always try to pull you back into their level. Not because they hate you, but because your progress reminds them of what they are not doing. And instead of improving themselves, they try to make you doubt yourself. If you're not careful, you will start adjusting your dreams to match their comfort zone. You will start shrinking your goals so others feel comfortable around you. You will start slowing down so nobody feels insecure. And that is how potential dies quietly. Not through failure, but through compromise. So understand this clearly. You do not need everyone to understand your path. You do not need everyone to support your journey. You do not need everyone to agree with your decisions. You only need one thing: forward movement. Because movement creates clarity, and clarity silences confusion. At the beginning, everything is unclear. People don't understand your vision. They don't understand your effort. They don't understand your direction. And even you sometimes don't fully understand it. But you keep moving anyway, and slowly, things start to make sense. Your skills improve. Your discipline strengthens. Your results start to show. And suddenly, the same people who doubted you begin to observe quietly. Not because they changed overnight, but because results force them to pay attention. This is the part most people miss. You don't argue your way into respect. You build your way into it. You don't convince people. You outgrow their opinions. And as you grow, something interesting happens. The noise starts to fade. The criticism becomes less frequent. The laughter disappears. Not because the world became kinder, but because your results became louder. And results don't need defense. They speak for themselves. So if you're still in a phase where people are questioning you, good. It means you're still early. It means you're still building. It means you're still in the process of becoming. But do not let early noise define your ending. Because the same voices that doubt you today can become silent tomorrow when your discipline finally compounds. And when that silence comes, you will realize something powerful. You were never competing with them. You were competing with your own consistency, with your own discipline, with your own ability to stay committed when it was hard. So stop looking around. Look forward, because the only direction that matters is progress. And progress does not care who believes in you. It only cares whether you keep going or not. Now listen carefully, because this is where most people either level up or collapse. There's a stage where criticism doesn't just come from strangers. It comes from everyone around you. Family questions your decisions. Friends doubt your direction. People close to you start saying things like you're changing, or you're being unrealistic, or you're wasting time. And that is where pressure becomes real. Because it is easy to ignore strangers, but it is harder to ignore people you care about. Still, you must learn this. Support is not guaranteed in the beginning. Understanding is not guaranteed in the beginning. Belief is not guaranteed in the beginning. You are not entitled to it. You earn it through results, through discipline, through persistence. And until then, you will feel alone in your vision. But being alone is not the problem. Being weak under pressure is the problem. Because pressure will always exist. It just changes form. At first, it is criticism. Then it becomes doubt. Then it becomes silence from others. And finally, it becomes self-doubt. And if you're not careful, the loudest critic will no longer be outside. It will be inside your own mind. That voice telling you to slow down. That voice telling you it's not working. That voice telling you maybe they were right. That voice is dangerous. Because it sounds reasonable. It sounds logical. It sounds protective. But it is actually fear in disguise. And fear always speaks softly when you are tired. It waits for your weak moments. It waits for your exhaustion. It waits for your doubt. And in those moments, you have to fight back with action, not thoughts. Because thinking too much will break your momentum. And momentum is everything. Without momentum, even strong people collapse. With momentum, even average people rise. So your job is simple. Keep moving, even slowly, even imperfectly, even when it feels pointless. Because stopping is what gives criticism power. But movement destroys it. People cannot argue with progress. They can only react to it. And as you keep moving, something shifts inside you. You stop needing approval. You stop needing validation. You stop needing explanations. Because you begin to understand something powerful. Not everyone deserves access to your process. Not everyone deserves explanation of your vision. Not everyone deserves updates on your journey. You don't owe clarity to people who are not committed to your growth. You owe clarity to your actions, and your actions should be loud enough to speak for you. At this point, your mindset must change. You are no longer building for acceptance. You are building for transformation. And transformation requires discomfort. It requires sacrifice. It requires isolation at times. It requires ignoring voices that once mattered to you. But that is the price. And if you cannot pay the price, you cannot access the outcome. Because everything valuable in life demands something from you first. Time, effort, discipline, consistency, pain. And most people are not willing to pay. So they stay where they are, watching others move forward, while explaining why they can't. But you're not meant to explain your life. You're meant to build it. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop defending your decisions. You start executing them. And execution is what turns criticism into distance. And distance is what turns noise into silence. There's a moment in every serious journey where something inside you hardens. Not your heart, your standards. You stop negotiating with distractions. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop negotiating with people who don't understand your direction. Because at some point, you realize something uncomfortable. Nobody is coming to rescue your potential. Nobody is coming to build your future for you. Nobody is coming to push you when you don't feel like moving. It is all on you. And that realization either breaks you or builds you. Most people get overwhelmed by it. They start saying it's too hard, or they don't have support, or they don't have opportunities. But the truth is simpler. They are not willing to stay uncomfortable long enough. Because growth is not complicated. It is just consistent discomfort repeated over time. And that is exactly what people avoid. But you cannot avoid it and still expect results. That is not how life works. And once you accept that fully, something powerful happens. You stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. You start working with what you have. You stop waiting for motivation. You start relying on discipline. You stop waiting for confidence. You build it through repetition. Because confidence is not a feeling first. It is a result of action. And action repeated enough times becomes identity. So if you want to become someone stronger, you don't think differently first. You act differently first. And thinking catches up later. That is how transformation actually works. Not through inspiration, but through repetition. And repetition is what most people underestimate. They think success is about one big moment, one lucky break, one perfect opportunity. But success is built in the small moments nobody notices. The moments where you chose work instead of rest, where you chose discipline instead of comfort, where you chose progress instead of distraction. And when you do that enough times, something shifts. People start noticing, not because you changed suddenly, but because you refuse to stop quietly. And that is when criticism starts to lose strength. Because criticism only has power over people who are uncertain. When you are inconsistent, every opinion shakes you. When you're disciplined, opinions become irrelevant. They no longer define your direction. They no longer influence your decisions. They become background noise. And eventually, they disappear completely. Not because everyone suddenly agrees with you, but because they realize you are not stopping. You are not slowing down. You are not reacting. You're just continuing. And continuity is intimidating. Because most people quit before they ever see what consistency creates. So when you keep going, you stand out naturally. Not by trying, but by not stopping. And that is where silence begins to form. Not silence from your side, silence from the critics. Because there is nothing left to say, only something to observe. And what they observe is progress. Steady, unshakable, undeniable. And now you reach the point where everything starts to settle. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. The criticism that once felt heavy starts to feel distant. The opinions that once distracted you stop reaching you the same way. The voices that once controlled your emotions lose their grip completely. Because you have stayed long enough in the fire to stop being affected by the heat. This is what people don't understand. The goal was never to silence everyone around you. The goal was to become someone who cannot be shaken by what they say. And when you reach that level, something powerful happens. You stop reacting. You start observing. You stop defending. You start delivering. You stop explaining. You start achieving. And without even realizing it, you become the version of yourself that others once doubted was possible. Not through talk, through time, through consistency, through refusing to quit when quitting would have been easier. And now, the same criticism that once surrounded you begins to fade into silence. Not because everyone suddenly agrees with you, but because your progress no longer gives them anything to argue against. There is nothing louder than a person who kept going when nobody believed in them. There is nothing stronger than someone who stayed consistent when everything around them said stop. And there is nothing more powerful than results that speak without needing permission. So if you're still in the middle of your journey, understand this clearly. You are not late. You're not lost. You're not behind. You are in the process. And the process always looks quiet before it looks successful. Keep showing up. Keep building. Keep pushing forward even when it feels unnoticed. Because one day, everything you are doing in silence will speak for you in ways words never could. And when that happens, the noise will disappear naturally. Not because you asked for it, but because you earned it. And that is the real meaning behind this journey. Keep rising until criticism turns into silence. Let that silence be the result of your consistency, not your response, not your arguments, your work. And if this message connected with you, take a moment to reflect on where you are in your own journey. Share your experience in your own way, because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you want to stay connected with this kind of mindset and growth-driven content, subscribing and engaging with the channel helps you stay in this space where discipline and mindset come first. Like the video if it resonated with you. Leave a comment about where you are right now in your journey, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that silence is not failure. It is the beginning of change.